Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Daily Fantasy Digest Podcast, the all-inclusive podcast where we talk all things fantasy sports to help give you an edge. We are back here today breaking down this Wednesday 11-game slate, I believe. Before we do that, let's jump back to Tuesday. We had a big slate on our hands. We did make it into the cash lines. Had Cole Hamels at pitcher, who was not as chalky as I thought he would be, and ended up pitching a good game despite giving up 3 runs. And then Aaron Sanchez, who was 90% chalk in almost all cases just because of his price tag, ended up putting up quite a terrible negative game, but it is what it is. Philly started off hot, provided some value. Braves as well. Freddie Freeman hit a homer, which was really well. Josh Donaldson had a couple hits, Acuna as well. And then the Cubs, we mentioned Kyle Schwarber, he was all right. Also had Anthony Rizzo mentioned there as well, who went yard twice. So with that being said, overall great day. As well for hitting today. I think this is a very, very interesting slate. I'm very excited to jump into this one. We have 5 pitchers above 10K. Justin Verlander will by far be the chalkiest pitcher on the slate, and it's to be expected with how well he's been pitching. But for me, I want to go back to the well with the Cubs. Last time I had Yu Darvish on this podcast, he put 32.2 points up, he's been incredible ever since. He's really finding his form here. He's really increasing his K upside. He's had almost double-digit Ks in almost 2 of the past 4. He had it last game against Philly. He's been pitching incredible in Wrigley, so I really want to take advantage of Yu Darvish here at a 10K price tag. I think this is still a little soft for the matchup, and I think you get a great savings off Verlander with the same upside. Now, there's no real middle-tier pitching that I like. A lot of people are going to gravitate towards Teheran, but I'm not a fan. For me, I'm going to go with Adrian Hauser. I really think that a lot of people are going to gravitate towards Hauser tonight. He pitched well against Texas and Washington. Really provided some nice upside for the price tag that you get. I think he does the same here against St. Louis, who hasn't been scoring as well after the big hot streak that they had. So I think Hauser has the ability to really strike out some high numbers. He's got a very nice elevated fastball. He's got really, really high numbers. So I really think this prospect is a good person that we want to watch. I think Hauser's in a great spot. Now, the only reason I'm mentioning this is because we have a lot, and I mean a lot of bat stacks we want to take advantage of today. First one is going to be the Kansas City Royals going up against Aaron Brooks. We have targeted Aaron Brooks on many occasions. He is quite honestly terrible. So I definitely want Jorge Soler in there. He's an auto lock for me. As well as Nicky Lopez as value. He'll be hitting left side of the plate. I want both of these guys in there at a minimum. Want to also jump over to the Boston Red Sox going up against Drew Smyly. I think this is a great spot for my boy Mookie Betts here. Really like Mookie Betts from the right side of the plate. I think he provides value as well. And last but not least, Sam Travis. He's been incredible. His value play is, he has home run upside we've seen in a lot of games here, and he really just picks off left-handed pitching as well. Same with Mookie Betts, who's been incredible over the past few games. Now, for the last bat stack that I want to mention, I want to dive over to Chicago Cubs going up against Derek Rodriguez. The wind is going to be howling here, so I want to move Sam Travis to the outfield. I want to get Anthony Rizzo in there. Let me move Sam Travis back. Where'd he go? Sam Travis. I'm going to move him to the outfield and get back to the Cubs. I really want my man Javier Baez in there today. I think that Javi's in a great spot. He's been a little bit of a cold streak recently, but I think this is easily a turnaround game for him. He hasn't hit a homer in a while, 28 on the season though, and has incredible stolen base upside as well. Rizzo last night, he went off. He's hit 3 homers in the past 2 games. Loves hitting at Wrigley, so I think this is a great spot for Rizzo. Wouldn't mind adding in Chris Bryant if you want, but I think you're going to be able to really pick and choose who you want. At third base, I can really see Rafael Devers being put in there, and you'll be able to get somebody for catcher. Really do like Devers. The guy's incredible. He's always been incredible. So I think that Devers works as well in that, or Hunter Dozier from the side of Kansas City, who's been hitting pretty well. So for me, pitchers for me is going to be Yu Darvish's top pitcher of the slate with Adrian Hauser. Mixing in a little bit of 3 teams here. Really like Kansas City going up against Baltimore. Jorge Soler is a top option for me today. Jorge Soler has had a sneaky 35 homers this season. He has some incredible numbers here. I see this being a very big game for Soler. With Nicky Lopez hitting from the left side of the plate in value at 3,100. Moving over to Boston, I think Mookie Betts and Sam Travis provide the top value here today. You can also mix in Rafael Devers here on third base. And then circling back with the Cubs, Anthony Rizzo and Javi Baez are my two favorite options going up against Derek Rodriguez. Now, for me, I'm not going to mention Boston as my top stack of the night. For me, Jorge Soler is my top player of the night. He's going to be the dinger of the day call in this video. I think he goes yard with ease against Aaron Brooks. And then I think the Cubs would be my secondary stack. I think they're a sneaky stack at a 10 over under. The Boston game is currently at a 12. And Kansas City's at a 10 as well. So we have a lot of high-valued games here. I'm going to leave third base and catcher open for interpretation for you guys. So with that being said, if you did enjoy this breakdown, please go ahead and leave a like and a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. Subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out. Head on over to Twitter. Follow us at FantasyDigest _ so you can stay up to date with all of the apparel drops we've been dropping lately because we did launch our website. Website is going to be thedailyfantasydigest.com. Go ahead and check out that website. You see a bunch of sick apparel designs for a cheap price with incredible quality. Really think everybody's going to enjoy them. Go ahead and snag one. If you do, tweet a picture at me. I'll make sure to put something nice in there for you, a little bit extra just to show my appreciation for all the support. With that being said, hope everybody had some good luck the past few days on the breakdowns. Continues to with this breakdown today. And we'll see you next time on Thursday for another breakdown here on the Daily Fantasy Digest podcast.